What's up, everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of Where's the Call Sheet? Guess who's back?
It's Brittany, bitch.
Oh, I was going to say that. You stole it.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's fine. I'm not sure if you can see the background. We try to get as good as we can. We are in Las Vegas. Say it like you did.
Las Vegas, baby.
Awesome. I mean, you probably saw the reel that we posted, or maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. And Brittany looks completely different. This is mainly because we filmed an entire episode, and then Brittany decided that she didn't like the way that she looked because she's super vain and like super all about that stuff, and she's making us redo it.
Or maybe you were jet lagged because you actually had to get on an airplane, and so you were tired, and now we're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, what happened was that we filmed like 10 minutes. And then we both like looked at each other and we saw the bags under our eyes and we were like, yeah, we're slurring. There's, these bags that are just growing ever so much. And we're like, you know what? Let's just like do this tomorrow.
So here we are.
We're back.
We're back, baby.
Back in Vegas. We were here for a shoot back in July, June, something. No, it was June because July we were in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So we're back here in June. We're back in the Sin City. We're on a shoot here. We're staying in the Sahara Hotel because our locations for what we're shooting is in the Sahara Hotel. So it made sense to have us stay up in the Sahara Hotel. What was your first like reaction to like when we were like, oh, put you up in the Sahara?
Well, the first thing I did was I looked at the hotel. And I was like, oh, we're on the Strip, but we're not on the Strip.
I mean, we're on the Strip. We're just like literally the end of the Strip.
And we got here, and this hotel's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, like their website sucks. Like they have like stock images.
They need some video work.
Yeah, I mean,
BS hire us.
Yeah, we're not being hired
Just
by the
saying.
Sahara Hotel, but like if you're watching this, you probably like should hire us because we're already here with all the gear. But yeah, their website's absolutely atrocious. They do say on there that like it's been newly renovated, so like we had very low expectations of what this hotel was going to be. Because when we were here in June, we stayed at an all expenses trip at the Cosmo. So like we're talking like creme de la creme, top of the top, and then all of a sudden, go to the Sahara website. Like you'll look at it and be like, oh shit. But then we showed up and it was like nice as fuck.
Everything is brand new. The food is fantastic. I had the best breakfast this morning I think I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean
like not joking.
And you were debating between the eggs Benedict and the
it's like a skillet.
Yeah, the skillet thing. And Brittany always sucks at choosing, and so I chose for her. Mm-hmm. And I chose right.
You did, and it was so good. I'm probably gonna get it tomorrow.
I'm down for it too. But yeah, Sahara's cool. Like they're not paying us for this little plug, but like. It's like $50 a night for this hotel. You're off the Strip, so you're away from like the crowds of everybody, which I personally like because I don't like that many people in crowds in general. So the fact it's like a little bit more secluded, whatever. The restaurants here are fucking amazing.
And they have a monorail, which is like it's like $13 for 24 hours, so it's cheaper than an Uber. And you can get to the Strip with all of the like the part of the Strip where everything happens at night.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, like a 6-minute monorail ride? Like, we got on...
There's nobody on it. It was empty.
We landed, and then we went just to go. And, like, we went to the Cosmo. Like, we weren't anywhere that we wanted to go. I played the claw machine, and I won, but also lost. We're not going to talk about that, because I don't want to...
He spent $40 to win one shark stuffed animal. Well, I'm going to talk about it.
I would have won, too, but the damn Sonic the Hedgehog wouldn't let me get it.
So I got a really cute shark.
Baby shark doo. I don't know if we can get sued for that, so I'm not going to say that actually. But yeah, today's episode, after that little rant, that non-paid promotion, today's episode, this is our first travel episode with the podcast, and we're going to be doing this coming up because of the schedule that we have here in the future. But this episode, I want to talk about traveling with gear. People think that it's easy, like, that you just get a plane and you go, but like, there's so many things that you have to pack and get ready. What are you looking like that for already?
It is kind of as simple as you just get on a plane and go.
Okay, well, it's simple for you because you're not the one that goes through the gear checklist and has to go through and, like, there's two of us that are flying, right? So that means that we get 2 carry-ons. When you have a couple $100,000 in multiple cases, which 2 do you pick, and then which other ones do you trust for the people that are putting the stuff under the plane to handle? So like we carry the camera bodies because at the end of the day, as long as we have the camera bodies, like if let's say that someone steals everything or like they break everything, like at least we have the bodies, we can find a way to make it work.
We can still do our job.
Right. But then like, you go put a $150,000 lens set underneath the airplane for a shoot that we have like the next day, and that's terrifying. I hate that. And then you look like an idiot when you're going through look like an idiot, but like it's a pain in the ass. You look silly when you're walking through the airport with like 14 Pelican cases or whatever it was. Like it's just I hate that. So I would rather get in a car and drive. We might cut this podcast so I can yell at you real quick. I mean, I hate flying. Like I will admit it, and I'm not a good flyer. I don't like flying. Flying scares the crap out of me. Not always has, because I used to fly all the time growing up. Here, I'll give you the story, so because you don't believe that this happened. No. It 100% did happen. But when I lived in Arizona for a year, I was like 18, 19, whatever it was. I flew home for a break, whatever, and then had no problems flying up to that point. My family used to fly all the time. We go everywhere. Flying back to Arizona, and like 2/3 of the way through the flight, everything's fine, everything's dandy. I'm sitting in, the window seat because I love looking out. I think that vantage point of everything's great. A fighter jet comes up on the side of the plane, and I'm making eye contact with this pilot, and so like I'm freaking out, like what the fuck is this? And I look over on the other side, there's another one. So we were being escorted by 2 fighter jets over somewhere between, somewhere in Arizona, because we were close to being done. I mean, it was probably Area 51. The pilot gets on the intercom system, says something that's very clearly a code. All of the flight attendants bust back to their seats, and then all of a sudden it's dead silent, and I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden our airplane that's, flying normal is now at a 90-degree angle, and I'm looking straight down at the ground, perpendicular. This 747, whatever they're called, is banking left. Go, go, go. With these 2 fighter jets. And then all of a sudden, so I'm freaking out. I'm white knuckling. Like, the families next to me are doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden we level back out. The fighter jets are gone and everything's fine. What happened? Did I get like manifested? Like, did our plane leave and then come back like 5 years later or something? Like, I don't know.
Did you take a nap? Was it a nightmare? I believe
I'm
you.
insulted that you just said that to me. I wish you would at least would have said it's like an acid trip or something.
Okay. Did you take acid before you got on the plane?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Then you were dreaming.
I was not dreaming. It 100% happened. But ever since then, there's just something like internally and mentally that flying scares me. It does. And like when we were flying this time, we were walking on and I forgot to check us in. So like we were in the end of the B boarding group, and we walk on and, there's no seats together. So like, I'm flying and, Bernie's my support in general. And, we can't sit together on this plane. So all of a sudden, like
He's never had to do that before.
We have worried Lucas and no Brittany. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. So I sit down and I tell the guys next to me, this dad and his kid, this kid's first flight was this flight too. I was like, hey, like, just so you guys know, I'm probably going to like do some weird stuff like while this plane's going on, just so you know, I'm fine. Like, we'll be good. And like the dad laughs at me a little bit and he thinks that he's like, oh, you're scared of the takeoff? I'm like, no, I'm not scared of the takeoff. You scared of the landing? No, I'm not scared of the landing. He's like, well, then what don't you like? I'm like, I just don't like being up in the air. And I tell him my story and he like, doesn't believe me, obviously, but like it 100% happened. It'll never get verified, but it happened.
I believe you.
Anyways, so we like to drive.
He likes to drive.
I like to drive. I mean, it's partly because of the gear aspect of it. It is also partly because I'm scared of flying, but like, I like road trips. I also like having our stuff. I don't like necessarily renting gear where we're going somewhere. And that's just a business model thing, like it's money that's like, if I own something, I could give someone $500, $600, $700 a day, whatever it is, or I could give it to myself because I own it. Like, I don't like renting things that I already own and I have. So like, that's why we got the van. That's why we travel. Like, there's no reason outside of me just being a baby and not wanting to fly that we wouldn't drive basically anywhere.
Well, you better be ready for it because we're flying a lot this year.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're driving to Cincinnati. We're driving to Louisville, but we are flying to Ireland, which when we went to Italy, that didn't scare me. Like, the bigger planes don't freak me out for some reason. Like, somehow in my head, like, because it's an international flight, I think that it's safer because, like, the world government wouldn't let anything happen, but, like, the American government might. I don't know. I don't know who I've pissed off.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So when we fly back on Wednesday, if you hear a new story about somebody freaking out coming out of Las Vegas, this guy is who it is.
But I guarantee you he pays to upgrade, so there's no chance he sits by himself.
Oh, yeah. We 100% will be sitting next to each other. 100%. I don't care how much it costs. We will be sitting next to each other. Also, actually, we have to check in tomorrow.
Set an alarm.
Don't let me forget that. But yeah, so that was our flight story. And then you get off the airplane in the Las Vegas, airport, and it's nothing but casinos.
And it smelled like bacon.
Oh, it did
the
smell
entire airport smelled like bacon, and I was so hungry.
Yeah, we hadn't eaten. I hadn't eaten because my stomach didn't feel good.
Oh, I had eaten, but I was still hungry.
Yeah, you were starving. We got off. I was tempted to play every machine because I love gambling. Like, I'm like in between. Like, we shot today. We landed. We scouted. We'll talk about that here in a second. All that, and then we actually shot today. But like in between takes, we're like in this casino, and I'm like sliding $20 into a machine that's behind me, and I'm hitting like I don't even know how much I'm betting, and like I put $20 into one machine, spin at like 250 once, and I won $40, and I cashed it out instantly. So I tripled my money.
He was like a kid in a candy store. It's worse than when he sees a claw machine. Like on our routes, no, when we drive, like he knows what gas stations have claw machines, and we have to go to the bathroom at those gas stations so that he can play the claw machines. And
do you not like the
I love the trash bags of stuffed animals that we have. I really do.
They're not in trash bags.
Some are.
Well,
some are in totes. Some are on shelves.
But
there's a lot.
They're my tokens of love to you.
I know, and I appreciate them.
Then why are you telling me that you don't like them?
No, I didn't say that I didn't like them.
I
was just saying that you were worse in the casino than you are with the claw machines.
Well, yeah, because I want to make money and buy more gear.
Squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, when we're done with this, I'm 100% going to the casino. I'm probably going to play cards, though. I'm going to play 3-card poker. I love 3-card poker. Shout out to Draz, Michael, Mezcal, and Poe. I'm not going to give any more context than that.
It's cool. You have to teach me.
Yeah, but I like gambling. I enjoy gambling, so, like, you know, when the Vegas shoot came up, I was like, oh, hell yeah, right in my element. My mother also loves gambling, and she was jealous that she couldn't come. She tried to get on the set. Didn't work. Sorry, Mom. Love ya.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mommy. But, yeah, so, like, we landed, you know, I'm stressed out, so I'm like mentally drained. Flying, no matter how short it is, it was a direct flight, but like it's still taxing and it sucks. So we got here, we scouted, you know, checked out all the areas that we were going through, and then we prepped some cameras, and then we went and checked out the strip.
And we got the best noodles that I think I've ever had.
Oh yeah, that was last night for dinner. That's one thing about Vegas. Like, people think that's only like it's like a place for gambling or sex or like, you know, all this like crazy like bad stuff. Like, the food in Vegas is like stupid good. Stupid good. I mean, we're at the very end of the strip on probably one of like, I'd say definitely bottom 3 cheapest places to stay.
Mean, you can't get it cheaper than like $40.
Right, and like the food is, I mean, it's expensive because it's Vegas, but it's not as expensive as other places, and like. We got this noodle bowl last night that might have been the best noodle bowl that I've had. Handmade noodles, dumplings, all the things.
It was delicious.
I'm a foodie. We also had Chicky and Pete's.
Chicky Pete's.
Which is a Philly thing. Fuck yeah. That was unnecessary cussing. I apologize. I'm cussing a lot in this one, so I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit.
Beep.
But yeah, we can't really...
I was just anticipating you cussing.
I'm slouching. I can feel it. But yeah, we can't really talk about what it is that we're shooting because we signed some NDAs, but it's cool, it's fun,
and we're in Vegas, baby.
Yeah, we're in Vegas. But yeah, so like, are there any other like when we travel here upcoming, because we're gonna be gone for a month when we go to Cincinnati? What is the? I mean, we're lucky enough that we're going together, but like, what do you think the biggest challenge is gonna be when we leave?
Well, I'm gonna miss my dogs.
True, that was really bad of me to say. I'm sitting here like, oh, what's the biggest challenge? Like, obviously, it's gonna be the dogs.
I love my dogs.
Outside of missing the doggos, because I do wish that we could take them, but
they'll be in good hands with Grandpa.
Yeah, they'll be with their various babysitters that are coming over in the month that we're gonna be gone. We tried to take them with us, but it just doesn't make sense to like when we have people here that'll watch the dogs for us. Like, we could have used our housing allowance to get an Airbnb that allowed the dogs, but like they're gonna be at home by themselves for 12 hours a day.
And that's not fair. They'd be better to be here with people all the time
than
and to be in a strange house.
And it's going to suck. Like, it is. I'll probably cry when we leave. Because I do love them. They're like, oh, they're our doggies. And
shout out Trigger Moose, Conver Scooby.
Yeah, and they're definitely going, when we get back, that'll be really cool, though. So, like, it sucks that we're leaving, but when we come back, when they get, like, whenever we're gone and we come back into town and they do, like, the excited stuff, that's priceless. That'll be fantastic to have that, like, oh my gosh, we missed you so much. So that'll be cool. But other than that, like, from a work perspective, what do you think the challenges of us leaving are going to be?
I don't know. We're pretty much shooting straight through on this one.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's a reality show. You know, it's not like some big scripted thing. We're doing a new dating show. So it'll be fun.
No, we're not on it. Sorry.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're shooting it. DP came up, you know. That combo, the dynamic duo, we back. Not that we ever left. yeah, I mean, when you're on shoots that are that long, as long as you have all the gear, like, you're fine. You just work and go. Like, my troubles when I travel is when we travel is, like, you do a shoot and you need whatever. And then you do another shoot and it needs something different. And then, like, there's, like, you use, like, the package variations just keep coming. So you have to sit there and you have to, like, you know, I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten a simple cable. Or, like, I didn't bring enough batteries. Or, like, I left, you know, we needed 8 cards and I only brought 6 just because, you know, like when you have so many cases, stuff just gets lost. And we're also running a rental house. And so, like, you know, sometimes you have to leave stuff behind. And it's like, oh, crap, I put the wrong thing in the wrong whatever. I'm also not organized, which doesn't help. Which you were waiting to say, but I beat you to it.
I'll let you tell on yourself so I don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that. But I'm cute, so it's okay. But yeah, so I mean, like, are you worried about, because we're going to be shouldered up, you know, basically 6 days a week for a month. Are you worried about, you know, muscle-wise, since we haven't done this in a while?
Maybe for you. I'm fine. I am more than capable.
I'm not saying that you're not capable, but, like, anytime that we take a break, because, you know, we had the natural slowdown of the holidays and winter, you know, you kind of, like, we eat a little bit more, you know, you're not used to it as much. Like, it's not like we're fresh on a run, because usually we go a month, you know, a week or two off, then we're gone a month again and stuff like that. I mean, it's been 2 months since we've done this.
Are you worried for yourself?
Yeah.
I'm not worried for me.
I haven't been doing my burpees.
And it shows.
That was a good one.
Shout out Nick Miller.
Shout out Nick Miller. Yeah, thanks, Jake Johnson. Yeah, I mean, it'll take me a day or two to get back into it, if we're being completely honest. And you can sit here and act tough, but it'll also take you a day or two to get back into it, which is fine. It's a natural thing. It happens. But yeah, that show will be fun. We'll probably do a gear breakdown, like, once we get out there, of, like, the gear that we're bringing. And we'll talk about budgets and stuff with that too.
And talk to our dope crew.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
We have some dope crew with us this time.
Yeah, I mean, the crew's fantastic. I mean, this episode, you know, we're talking about Vegas. There's not a whole lot we can talk about.
This isn't going to be an hour and a half. It'll be a nice short one.
No, this will be a short one for you guys because I want to put out the content. But we are going to put out a special episode for you guys sometime early next week that talks about taxes, which sounds like a super boring topic, but, like, it's a very important topic for freelancers. So we're going to kind of two-part this one. Like I said, we're exhausted. You know, the shoot that we're on it's not necessarily physically demanding, but it's mentally demanding because there's a lot of very precise, like, things and moments that we have to be there for and get naturally. Like, it, you know, like, we can redo stuff, like, obviously, but, like, it's better when it happens for real. Hopefully that didn't break anything that I wasn't supposed to talk about, but I can't imagine it would. But yeah, so I'm just brain dead. And so this is going to be a short one, and we're just going to kind of ramble and talk about each other. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
I like your Pokemon shirt.
Thank you. No one pointed that out, and it's kind of annoying that I posted a reel and no one was like, oh, whatever.
Look at the Pika shirt.
Yeah, I know. So, like, do you like traveling with me? Like, I remember, like, when we first started, you thought that when we first started dating and I would travel, you would be like, sorry, I'm checking the timer. You would be like, oh, you're going to all these great places and, like, oh, you can see the cities and there's so much to do. And I was like, it's not really what work travel is. So, like, do you think I'm full of shit when I said that? Now that you...
You can always find time for adventure in any city. Even if you're working, if you got 20 minutes, you can do something that you can't do at home. And I think that's fun. Like, here, we got off, I don't know what time it is.
Vomit.
Maybe like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I don't know. Guess what? When we finish doing this, I'm going out there. I'm going to go to the lights.
We're going to the casino is what we're doing.
That's what you think we're doing.
Maybe we'll go to the fountain. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, like, I'm tired. We have to be up early tomorrow. Like, we have a 7 a.m. call time tomorrow. Like, I like to be rested. I enjoy the cities, but especially places I've already been. Like, I've seen Vegas. We don't need to go look at the Strip again. Like, I'd rather just be rested.
There's always something new that you can do that's small. It's all about the snacks. You don't need the big adventures all the time. You just need a little snack.
Maybe I should leave you home more often and just go, or you can go without me. How about that? You can leave me at home.
Bye.
But I do like traveling with you.
Oh, yeah. I do like traveling with you, too.
Yeah. I mean, it's the greatest thing. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, like, obviously, if you watch the episode that we did before, as this plane flies by. That is a helicopter that is looking for someone. That is a spotlight.
Oh, guys, that is a spotlight.
Guys, we might be catching a criminal.
Squirrel.
Yeah, sorry. There's literally a police helicopter that with its spotlight, like, right outside our window. That's crazy.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, it wasn't me. At least I don't think it was. But no, I mean, like, kind of like we talked about in the other episode that we did together. We tried the whole thing where we work different schedules and different jobs, and like our relationship is not that. We can do it. It's not to say that like when I'm out of town, like life falls apart, or if you're out of town, life falls apart, or anything like that. But like we like traveling together. I enjoy experiencing everything with you. I enjoy the car rides with you and whatnot.
Car rides, so you didn't say plane rides.
I know, I did it on purpose. But no, I enjoy that because, like, yeah, you are my girlfriend, but you're also my best friend, and I like to hang out with you. This has turned into like a sappy episode, and I'm not really a fan of it.
This is how I know you're tired.
I'm exhausted. It also is because Valentine's Day is coming up, and your birthday, and I haven't gotten you a gift yet.
That's cool. You won me a $40 shark.
Or have I?
You haven't.
Well, I'm about to go hit this mega jackpot downstairs. But yeah, like, I mean, I think we literally just rambled about nothing for like 24, 25 minutes. No, we're only at 21 minutes. Holla. This is a bad episode, guys. I'm so sorry. This is so bad. This is so bad.
I promise we weren't drinking before this started.
No, I'm completely sober, which is not normal. Like, I've been not sober on the other episodes, and this one I'm completely sober. I'm just beat.
Maybe that's a problem.
This is the first one where we're on the road, and so this is a good test of, like, what can we accomplish? I mean, luckily our next one on the road, we're going to have down days where we'll be able to record this, and, like we literally just worked for 12 hours, ate dinner, and then now we're doing this and, like, are ready to go to bed. So, like, we can't do that next time because we don't have a break on today. And we wanted to film it in Vegas. We were going to film it before we left, but then we were like, let's film it in Vegas. Bad idea.
It's just a different idea. It's not a bad idea.
I'm so tired of your optimism.
One of us has to be. It's back.
Nope, that's the plane. But yeah, traveling's fun. It's enjoyable. It's part of the job. The big thing is get the right gear to travel with. You have to have Pelican cases. Mm-hmm. Any sort of cart that you can have. One of the guys that we're with, he has this case that converts into a cart, and he can stack four cases on top of it.
Porter?
It's like a porter case or something. Porter cart. Anyways, I'm getting one on eBay because the company doesn't exist anymore. 100% recommend this because when we got off the plane, we met him at the baggage claim. And he whipped this shit out, and I was like, I need one.
He checked it like a carry-on, so it came out in the baggage claim, and then just literally pulled open, and he said it holds like 350 pounds.
Yeah, so 100% we're getting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, before you leave, just make sure there's checklists. Make sure that you have everything that you need. Make sure that you get everything that you're going to need for the shoot that you're on, whatever that gear is. And just remember that there's places close by that if you do forget something, there's ways around it. Like, you don't have to freak out. I've forgotten a million things.
Not this time?
No, not this time. I didn't forget anything. But, like, there's been times where I've forgotten stuff, and I've acted like the sky is falling, but then, like, you fix it pretty quick. Like, when we went to Jersey 2 years ago now, whatever it was. And, like, I had to drop my camera off at Aerie, and then we had to do all the, all the things. You weren't there, so, like, whatever. I'm not going to talk about who I was there with. It's back and forth, and, like, there was just so many things that, like, could have gone wrong, and some of them, like, half went wrong, but it was all fine. Like, the shoot happened because I didn't freak out. We didn't panic. Like, we were good. Everything was great. Everything was gravy. Just like this podcast. But yeah, sorry again that this episode kind of sucked, but I know that you guys really wanted to hear our voice this week. So stay tuned. Like I said, we're going to put out another episode at some point this week. Brittany's barely talked during this. So it's basically just me talking to Brittany.
You're just talking really quickly, and I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't had enough coffee to keep up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think I've only had 3 today. I haven't had enough.
Starbucks was closed when we went to go get a pink drink.
That's my problem.
So my set hat, guys, is Starbucks pink drink. Had my first one in Vegas in June, and I've never looked back. It's the greatest thing in the world. Every set should have a pink drink. And I want to drink it.
I'm going to have to go tomorrow, but before 5.
Yeah, they closed at 5 o'clock, which makes no sense.
We'll send somebody.
That is the one negative about this here. Their Starbucks closes at 5. We're in Vegas. Why wouldn't you not open at 5?
That's what I'm saying.
Makes no sense at all.
It should just come out of the shower head. Should just have water on one and pink drinks in the other.
No, I don't want it to rain down. I want an IV. Because I need caffeine right now.
IV pink drink?
Yeah, I mean, I cold turkey cut out soda. Because that's how I did my caffeine. I almost said that's how I did my cocaine. I do my cocaine in my nose. I don't drink my cocaine. But the way that I do my caffeine is I drink like a Coke or something. Did I just incriminate myself? I'm not a Coke addict, guys. Like, we can be honest. Will you sit up and validate me, please?
You don't drink Coca-Cola.
I drink Coca-Cola. I don't drink cocaine.
No, you don't drink sodas anymore.
No, that's what I was talking about. Are you not listening to me again? I cut out. That was one of my New Year's resolutions. Is that I'm no longer drinking soda because not that I was like fit, a couple years ago, but like I was not as bloated as I was, and part of the reason is because I was drinking soda again because I needed a caffeine intake and I don't like coffee. So I started drinking Coca-Cola, and I cut it out. I cut out soda completely, cold turkey on January 1st, and I haven't broken it in however many weeks it's been. But I need a caffeine intake because I've been very tired. And pink drink is perfect for that, but they didn't have a pink drink, so I'm sad now. I'm just going to switch to cocaine.
Sponsored by
cocaine.
Okay.
I mean, that was younger Lucas, but current Lucas.
You're going to have to cut out so much of this.
Oh, no, this is all staying in. All of it. What?
Nothing.
I didn't do cocaine on the
looks
camera.
Like drugs.
I mean, if anyone sees how I dress, it's no surprise. What the fuck were we talking about?
We're talking about... I don't even know.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Okay, do we need to reset these cameras?
No, why would you say that? We're under 30 minutes still. We have like 2 more minutes.
Okay.
So if anyone's still watching, 1, thank you. 2,
I'm so sorry.
2, we're sorry.
I'm so sorry.
3, moral of the story is that don't be a baby and fly because it saves you a ton of time.
Get you a best friend like mine, and you can work in the same industry together and find lots of snacks all over the world.
Yeah, and do cocaine.
In Pokemon shirts.
Yeah, but stay tuned, guys. Like I said, this is a filler episode. We will have another episode for you guys next week, early next week before the Thursday, talking about taxes, which I do highly recommend tuning into. Then on Thursday, we will release a normal episode that is going to be full length. We'll be back home. And
way better than this.
And we have a good guest. It's a good guest. I don't want to reveal it just in case he cancels, but it's a good guest. And then after that, we're on the road again in Cincinnati. And we'll be talking about the show. We'll be giving like a live, we can't talk about the show like specifically, but we can talk about the process and working, and we're going to have the crew from Cincinnati besides us on there, producers, AC, whatever, sound, the whole thing. So it'll be fun. It'll be exciting.
And get some Skyline chili.
What's that?
In Cincinnati. It's like the Whataburger of Cincinnati.
Well, Whataburger sucks, so that doesn't exactly get me.
For most people,
shots fired, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't like Whataburger either.
No, it's overrated. But yeah, let's go to bed. We have an early day tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day.
You go to bed or you go to the casino?
Probably the casino. That was my code word. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry that it was just a rambling mess.
We tried. We really did.
Brittany did. I didn't. I just kind of started talking and then whatever goes. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Stay tuned earlier next week. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Send us some requests of what you guys want to see, what you want to talk about. And if not, we're just going to talk about life on the road here the next couple of weeks. So thank you again. I've said that 3 times now. So for real, I'm signing off.
Midwestern goodbye.
Midwestern goodbye.
Midland goodbye.
Midlands, baby.